Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today on the fourth episode of our series Back4App MCP Deep Dive, we're going to create data structures so we can persist the data of our app. So stay tuned. In the last episode, we got our system running locally with some fixed sample data. So here I have the system running on my machine right now. If I go to challenges, we have a bunch of challenges here, and you can click view details to expand this challenge, and you'll see that you have some information that is relevant to this challenge only, such as this title here, the description and the rules, and a few others. We need to read this information from the data structure that is in our project and ask the Back4App MCP to persist a data structure similar to that so we can host this data on the cloud. So here I am in Cursor. Here you can go to Source, Pages, and open the challenge details.tsx file. In here you'll find a variable named challenges data, which is a JSON array that contains all the data that will be populated into those pages. We need to read this data structure and replicate that in the cloud so we can save new data and be sure that we will reflect all possible fields that are listed in here. And I'm going to ask the Back4App MCP to do that for me. So here into my chat, I'm going to type in my challenge details.tsx file, there's a JSON array named challenge data. I need to replicate that structure to my Back4App app named challenge that already exists, so I can save challenges like the objects in that array. Please do that for me. Let's see how it goes. Now it said it finished, so let's inspect into our class if it is indeed created. So back to my browser, I'm going to go to my Back4App website, and here I'm going to refresh my challenge app to see if that class reflects into my database browser. So I'll just refresh this. And here is challenge. I have 6 challenges over here, and it seems quite correct. So I have a duration, an array of rules, a title, even the images it created as links, but it is here. So the difficulty and the description for all those. So now I have all the challenges set to my Back4App account. I can persist new data into this class, and I can change the ones that I already have. Let's try to ask it to create a few more for us. So back to Cursor, I'm going to prompt, please create 10 more challenges into that class. All challenges should have all data filled up. Let's see if it's smart enough to create new challenges for me from scratch. Alright, it said it finished, so we can go back there and refresh. And there we go, I have more challenges in here. We can also use this tool to change the types of data that we have in this class. So for instance, for difficulty, I have medium, easy, hard, and so on. The problem with this is that it's just a string. So for instance, if I come here and I mistype hard, let's say to hard, it will accept this value. Ideally, data like this should be used as a pointer from another class. So I have a specific list from where I should choose the value from. So let's ask it to create a new class named difficulty with all these values set, and then change the difficulty here to reflect that class instead. So back to Cursor, I'm going to explain the problem and ask for a solution. So in that class, the property difficulty is a string that allows for typos. Please create a new class named difficulty that has all the difficulties into it, and change the difficulty property of that class to be a pointer for the correspondent difficulty object. So there is no typo risk. Let's see if it's smart enough to understand all the tasks involved to do this. So there you go, it finished up, and it was smart enough not to delete the difficulty property because it doesn't want to destroy any existing data. It created a new property and set all the difficulties accordingly. Let's take a look. So there you go, here I have my difficulty class with 3 new records inside it. So I have easy, medium, and hard. And I also have the object ID that will be used to reference these records inside my challenge class. Let's inspect the challenge class and see how it is inside. So here I have all my challenges. And if I scroll a little bit, you'll see the difficulty is still a string, and I still have all the values as a string because it tries never to delete data that you already have unless you ask for it specifically, but also created a new difficulty level, which is a pointer to the difficulty class. And here you'll find all the object IDs for those records inside the difficulty class. So just to ensure everything is correct, let's choose one. Let's say this one here, which says medium. Here I have the object ID that should correspond to the medium difficulty inside my difficulty class. You have this little arrow here that you can click and it should bring the corresponding record so you can be sure it is linked correctly. So it says medium. If I click here, it says medium again. If I go back and let's choose one that says perhaps easy. If I scroll here, it is the object ID for that. If I click here, and easy. So there you go. Now you have a new class containing all the possible records that you can choose inside your challenge, and that will not destroy your current data, also not allowing you to do any typos when creating new records. So there you go. This is one of the easiest ways that you can do to create your data structures in Back4App. Of course, you can manually ask to create those structures one by one, but it's much easier if you just let the MCP do its thing and create it accordingly. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like in this video, and don't forget to subscribe and keep watching all this content because we will go through all this system created by the Back4App MCP, and it will be amazing at the end. See you soon! Bye bye!